What's up guys, and hey, have you heard that meme about Chick-fil-A? Where basically it's a joke that Chick-fil-A, no matter if you're like 10 miles away from the entire Chick-fil-A parking lot, or Chick-fil-A at all, they will somehow track you down, find you, and take your order, okay? They'll just randomly show up to your house in the middle of the night and take your order. If you're on the driveway, two weeks drive away from Chick-fil-A, they'll show up. Have you heard that meme about Chick-fil-A? You know, just like how McDonald's ice cream machine is always broken. Have you heard that meme? Well, I haven't heard it. Or at least I hadn't heard it until YouTuber Lando Calriss made a bunch of videos about it. Okay? And I just went along with it. I laughed at the jokes, I thought they were funny, even though I'd never ever had any indication that this was a common joke about Chick-fil-A before.
Rewriting company slogans so you don't have to, part 1. And yes, I'm doing multiple parts because I'm an asshole. Chick-fil-A, we'll look for you, we'll find you, and we'll take your order.
So, I wondered. Now, I don't know if anybody else has heard of that meme, by the way, but now I wondered, does that work for everybody? Okay, if I just invent a joke or invent a meme, okay, and just make videos and jokes about it and say, what are you talking about? You've never heard of this. This is the most classic meme ever. It's as famous as Starbucks always spells your name wrong. So I made a YouTube short announcing my intention to make a series of jokes about a joke that didn't even exist before and see how many commenters I could gaslight into believing that it was real, okay? Now, and to be clear, I'm not trying to make this a mainstream meme or something. It is very, very difficult to get something into mainstream culture. Numerous people have tried to invent a word before, and it didn't happen. Somehow Shakespeare got 800, not sure how. But either way, the joke here is to see how many people I can gaslight into believing this is just a common thing everybody talks about how Nandos always brutally murders their chickens in the most horrific way possible. Yes, that's right, that's the joke that I came up with. In the YouTube short, I said it was going to be that Nando's always got the wrong amount of spices on their orders, but then I realised, how many memes can you really make about that? Not many. So instead I changed it to the deaths inflicted upon their chickens by Nando's are the most horrific things possible, and it's always 2 seconds before you eat the burger. I just realised, if Nando's takes this seriously, this could result in a defamation lawsuit. I hope not. So here was the first video I made about it. Hello, I would like the spiciest chicken burger this side of Alpha Centauri. We can do that for you, sir. Michael will just have to go kill the chicken in the back there for you. What's that, Michael? Oh yeah, so he says the axe is broken today, so he's gonna have to kill the chicken using the blunt edge of a fidget spinner. And that's wonderful. Here's your burger, sir. And here's the Guinness World Records over here. Ready to test it to confirm that it is in fact the spiciest thing the human race has ever witnessed. Now here's the thing, I've made thousands of videos over the course of my life, okay? And maybe 30 YouTube channels. I've dipped my toes into every single niche on YouTube, okay? And normally, when I dip my toes into a new niche, it takes me months of perfecting the craft, okay? Before I can even hope to get 4,800 views on a video. This, on the other hand, is my second ever attempt at sketch comedy and like my 10th attempt at comedy at all. And I should say, my first attempt at sketch comedy was so bad my dad didn't even let me post the video. How many views do you think it got? 4,800! How? I know this is just a YouTube short so they get more views, but that's amazing! Like, have I discovered a secret talent here? Should I become a sketch comedian? Probably not, because I only have one joke, Nando's, and when eventually the Nando's jokes get old, I'm gonna have to resort to singing about Adolf Hitler. But still, 48, I can count on like 3 to 4 hands the number of videos I have with more than 4,800 views, so that is a lot. Anyway, one person accused me of plagiarising the video, the other person said I'm dying, implying that I did in fact gaslight him into believing that was a normal thing they ever talked about, or at the very least I made him laugh, and you know, even if this experiment doesn't work, it'll be worth it when I made it, because I made a human being laugh, so... So the next video wasn't a skit, it was just the top 3 worst torture methods in human history. Number 1 was just whatever the hell they do to Nando's. 200 views, so it's not a failure really, but it's also not much of a success. So the next one was a skit. I expected the skit to get a lot of views. The plot of the skit was, McDonald's really wants their ice cream machine to make ice creams, but it keeps refusing to, so they have to call in help from Nando's to torture it into making ice creams. Problem is, I put way too much dialogue in there. Like, it was a very slow-moving plot and a very slow-moving skit, so it didn't work. That's why the short version got 2 views, the long full version got 23 views and 1 like, so not very good. So instead, I edited it down and made a shorter version of that, re-edited the script, reshot everything, and it got 900, it got 1,000 views even. So, you know, there was definitely potential in that concept. So I made one more joke, which, you know, the joke wasn't funny. I'm not surprised it didn't get many views. But either way, so I'm so far out of ideas right now. I didn't get any comments calling me out for being, you know, for lying about this Nando's thing. But maybe because they didn't realise that was a joke, I'm not sure. So this experiment, I'm not sure if this experiment worked. However, here's the thing. If there are any people, okay, who watched one of those videos and actually believed me that it was a common thing that everybody talked about, tell me in the comments, you know, confirm that I did actually convince somebody. You know? Did I convince you? Because that would have convinced me, frankly. I would have convinced me. Still, I do want to make at least one more skit about Nando's. You know, maybe a long form this time. So if any of you have any ideas, you know, comment below. If this skit blows up and it convinces a lot of people, hopefully it will, but bye.